the NDA, silencing the adult film actress about an alleged affair with Trump back in 2006. Let's bring in Avery Friedman, a civil rights attorney and law professor in Cleveland, and Richard Herman, a New York criminal defense attorney and law professor, joining us now in Las Vegas. All right, gentlemen, good to see you. All righty, buckle your seatbelts. And of course, so they're saying that, Richard, he didn't sign it. That should mean that it's invalid, but she did accept the money. So does that mean she gives it back, or does it mean that, she and her attorney are right, that it's invalid because it wasn't signed, but it was signed by his attorney? I'm talking Trump now.
Right. Couple of things, Fred. New Yorkers are not known for having a lot of patience. So let's cut through all the serial compulsive lying coming from the White House, and let's get to the bottom line here. And the bottom line is this. On the heels of his bus interview where he said he liked to grab women and all that, Stormy Daniels was ready to go ahead and go online and talk about her relationship with him. Trump had to shut her up. So Cohen goes, they cut a deal, and they do a secret deal. Secret kind of deal here where Cohen, the brilliant attorney, I don't even think he's an attorney, but he decides to open an entity in Delaware where it's secret LLC in Delaware, but he signs his name as the incorporator. He uses the Trump campaign email address, and he wants you to believe this was a gift of the $130,000. No lawyer does that. That's absurd. Reject that in total. That's not what happened here, Fred. It was not a gift. Lawyers can't do that. That's unethical. Trump has to know every step of the way what the lawyer does, and he didn't give him that information. That's an ethical violation. It's all wrong. You have an agreement. The unethical
part is acting on your client's behalf with not informing your client.
No,
that's the unethical part.
He informed the client. Trump knew. Stop. Don't go there, Fred. Trump knew. He absolutely knew. Stop with that.
Then what's unethical? What's unethical?
The non-disclosure agreement.
Listen, if there was authority, why not go forward?
No,
why not go forward?
Okay, say that, Avery, you're saying that Michael Cohen would have had the authority to act on his client's behalf, even though the client, Dennison, did not sign it.
Well, that's right. I mean, the fact that Donald Trump didn't sign it doesn't mean he didn't have authority.
Trump had to know.
Of course he had to know, which meant that what Cohen did, look, I don't know Michael Cohen from third base, but he had authority to do it. And that clears the ethical boundary.
He had authority, Fred. There was an agreement. It was drafted. Okay. Parties signed it with fictitious names. But you have a situation where she took the money, and a judge in California may say that there was performance on this agreement. Even though some party didn't sign it, a judge in California could say there was performance and therefore uphold it, except for one thing. In the agreement, she had to disclose all the people she told about her relationship with Trump. And she listed 4 people who she disclosed everything about her and Trump. Those people are free to go to the tabloids, say whatever they want, and nothing will happen to her. But this is why, Fred, this is why the Steele dossier is important. This is why you've got a president paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to shut up women for his relationships.
All right.
That's blackmail, and that's why the Russia investigation is so important, Fred.
So also at the core, and why this is important, not just because there may have been an affair, but really it's about the transactions, the pattern of behavior of arrangements being made, Avery, as well. And then, of course, you've got the watchdog groups, Common Cause for one, filing complaints with the Federal Election Commission, and the Justice Department trying to allege or say that this payment also has to do with possible campaign money that was used, but that Michael Cohen says he took out this HELOC. Doesn't that make that allegation go away? If he says, I take personal responsibility for the funds, it's my own money paid, then how will anyone be able to say that this is campaign funds?
Why did he get a restraining? Why did Trump get a restraining order against her then? It's absurd, Fred. It's absurd. Cohen is absurd. 2 things. John Edwards had the same thing. Hush money during the campaign, failure to disclose the campaign contribution. That's what this was.
Point.
A campaign contribution that was failed to be disclosed, number 1. 2, based on the agreement, this Stormy had to turn over videos and pictures of her and Trump. There's value to that, Fred. There's income value to that, and I'll bet you anything you want they didn't take the income from all that information. There's going to be problems for Trump down the road here.
All right, well, we'll leave it right there. Avery, Richard, thank you so much. I warned everyone to buckle your seatbelt, and it was worthy of doing that. All right.